Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I am Neva. This is Reading with Neva, where we talk all things reading, cozy hobbies, and sometimes planning as well. And today I'm bringing y'all another WIP and chat. So if you're new here, again, welcome. If you're not new here, but you've never seen me do a WIP and chat before, I'm going to explain really quick what that is. So WIP stands for WIP and chat stands for chat. We're just going to be here for about an hour while I diamond paint, because this is my WIP, my work in progress, which is this Not Your Alice diamond painting. Let me hold it up the right way for you. Here you go. That is what we are working on. I'm sorry if that was loud. I just knocked over my microphone. But that is what we are working on today, just because it is the painting that is currently on my desk. I do also have a Scooby-Doo painting that I'm working on also for Drills and Chills. So this is my Drills and Chills 2025 canvas, one of them. This is the one I'm putting in for prizes. And then I also have a square that I'm working on, which is a Scooby-Doo painting, and I worked on that one in last week's WIP and Chat. So if you missed last week's WIP and Chat, which was our first WIP and Chat back in quite some time, then you can go watch that. It is WIP and Chat, I believe, number 9. So today is WIP and Chat number 10, and we are going to do this in a little bit of a different format. I am still going to do our usual hour-long thing where I set a timer for an hour, but today I am going to be doing a tag. So Katie from Diamonds and Washi, she did a tag. She came up with a tag that is like a fall tag. So we're going to do that today. And, oops, I'm just opening things. Anyway, we're going to do that today because I really liked the questions that she had in the tag. And I am going to, I'm trying to think. I'm going to go ahead and link her down below. Katie is also one of the hosts of Drills and Chills, so if you're interested in doing that, all of the information for that will be down in the description for her as well. You can go to her channel, and there's videos and stuff there if you want to do that. So I'm going to pull up her Drills and Chills week 2, because that's where she does the tag. And I'm going to just read the tag questions off of my phone. So you're not going to see my phone. And we're going to go through quickly before we start the tag and my timer. We're going to go through the tools that I'm using. I know that this is a big part of my WIP and Chats, is people like to know what tools I am using. So my diamond painting itself is from Diamond Art Club. This is the only shop that I have really tried, but in 2020, the rest of 2025 into 2026, I'm hoping to order from some other shops just to try them out. So this one is a Diamond Art Club piece that I bought last year, I believe. I went to do it for Drills and Chills last year, and I just didn't participate in Drills and Chills last year, so there's that. I have this super cute tray from Bijou Bliss Designs. This is one of the one of the sponsors of Drills and Chills. This is the tray from 2023, so I participated in 2023. I actually think I did participate in 2024, but I didn't participate the same way. So I didn't go for any prizes or anything last year. I just did a piece, but I don't remember what piece I did for it. But anyway, so this is the Drills and Chills 2023 tray. I am going to be ordering a Drills and Chills 2025 tray, also from Bijou Bliss. When that comes, I will share it and I will unbox it because I'm going to be ordering that with a couple of other trays that are customs. But I don't know if I will receive that one before the end of, in time to use it during Drills and Chills. I hope that makes sense. And then the stopper that's in here is not the stopper that comes with it. I'm going to be ordering a replacement stopper. This is a stopper off of another one of my trays that I have from Bijou Bliss. My pen is from Diamond Pen Pal. This is a custom pen that I had made in 2023, I think, or very, very early 2024. But I think I ordered this in 2023, and this is a custom Harley Quinn pen. I will have them linked down below. And then I love these pens because, first of all, you can get them very thick. I like a thicker pen. And also, it has this edge on it here. I don't know if you can see it on camera, that it is like flat on this end, but it makes it so that it's an anti-roll pen. In my single placer, I have these S'mores Oh Snap Dots. I'm waiting for her to get all of her fall scents in before I order more, but I'm almost out, as you can see. So I have these S'mores Oh Snap Dots in the single placer. And then in my multi-placer, I have this Randa's Crafty Corner Putty in the scent Hermione's Cauldron. I don't remember when I bought this, maybe like 2023, but it's very like florally smelling, and it's still warm enough here that I can use putty. So I'm using that, and that is in Hermione's Cauldron. That's my favorite putty. I am going to be trying some other putties very soon as well. So I guess keep your eye out for that. So that, yeah. And then my trash minder, which you probably will not see because it's off screen. So my trash minder, which no longer has a magnet on it. I need to see if I can order another magnet. But anyway, this and my cover minder that's here that matches it, these were both customs from Amazing Craft Shop. I will have her linked. I think I think her Etsy shop is currently on vacation, and as far as I know, she no longer does customs. But when she did customs, I got a trinket tray, which is this trinket tray, and then I also got I got a trinket tray, and then I got, this is a mess, but I also got this little like caddy that holds things off to the side. And then I don't know that you're going to see any of this washi today, but in case you do, I have some new glitter washi, and I just picked this up at my local Walmart. I ran out of washi. This was like $8 for a pack. I don't remember the company, and I don't have the packaging because I didn't think to save it, but this is very good quality washi. I think it was about $8 or $9 for the pack, but you get 6 rolls in varying sizes. So you get, basically they come stacked like this. Honestly, I'm going to see how well this works because I may just start buying more washi from them. I like having washi, and the glitter comes off a little bit on your hands. So I guess if that's a thing for you that is going to bother you, don't get the glitter. They had a couple other colors as well that I would like to pick up, but you get 2 of these thicker rolls, 2 of the medium, and 2 of the really thin rolls. So the thicker rolls I will probably use around the edge like this, and then the skinnier rolls will be used for like sectioning. But the glitter does come off just a tiny bit. Like it comes off kind of in a dusting. So that's, yeah, I got that washi from there. So that's it. I'm going to go ahead and start our timer now. And we're going to answer these tag questions. So if you want to answer the tag questions down below, you are more than welcome. Our timer is started, but if you want to answer the tag questions down below, you are more than welcome to. I'm going to do this in the format of, we're going to answer the tag questions, and then we will do our like currently reading, watching, listening to, as long as we have time for that. So first I want to say hello, how are you? I hope you are well. Let me grab a color so that we can begin here, and let me zoom you in so you can see the section I'm working on. So I'm working on, actually, I might have to adjust y'all. There we go. So I'm working on this section here. I'm also paying attention to my microphone to make sure it does not die. Hopefully it does not. So if the audio changes at some point, it's because my microphone died and I just unplugged it, to be honest. But this is the section here that we're going to work on. This is a double section. I'm trying to figure out how to zoom so that you can, okay, that's, I think that's about as zoomed as we're going to be able to be in order for you to see everything that I'm doing. Yeah, now you should be able to see everything I'm doing. Okay, so we are going to grab the 9 here, All right. So, tag question number 1 is, what's your favorite fall drink? So, here's the thing about me. I do not like pumpkin spice. So, and I feel like that's most people's like fall drink like go-to is pumpkin spice. And I don't like pumpkin spice. This girl does not like pumpkin spice. I am opening the window to see if maybe that helps with some brightness in here. Anyhow, I don't like pumpkin spice, so that's never a go-to for me, unfortunately. But I do love peppermint mocha all year long, but I feel like peppermint mocha might be considered a wintry drink to most people. Come on. Once it starts to get cold, I think that all winter and fall drinks are kind of allowed, right? And I will actually drink peppermint mocha all year round. But I love peppermint mocha. I also, like, fall-wise, I would have to say the Alani Wishes Brew. I know not everyone likes it, and I'm not, like, obsessed with it, I don't think. But the taste of it is like a one of those like caramel apple suckers that you get at Halloween time, and I just think that I think it's really good. So I do like that. So I think we're gonna go with those two. Also, hot cocoa. Ari and I usually start doing hot chocolate at nighttime come fall. So I think those are kind of my 3. Okay, the next question is, what's your favorite fall snack? Fall snack. Okay, so I love the Reese's. So, okay, Reese's, however you say it, they do a peanut butter cup that is chocolate, like milk chocolate on the bottom, and white chocolate on the top, and then obviously the peanut butter in the middle, and they call them werewolf tracks, I think. Those have got to be my favorite. Like, I grab those during the fall and into Halloween, because when Halloween is over, they get rid of them. They're not, like, they're literally not available any longer once Halloween is over. I also am just a huge fan of, like the trick-or-treat bags of candy that are just like assorted candies. I love those. I wish that they carried those in more variety all year round, but alas, they don't. I also like candy corn. And I know someone in the comments is going to be like, ew girl, candy corn is disgusting, but I have always loved candy corn. I don't really know what it is about candy corn that I like, but I do like it. So those are my favorite snacks, but I will always, like, if I'm at the store getting groceries or whatever, and I have a couple of extra dollars, I will grab the werewolf tracks. I just love them. They give me the perfect amount of, like, sweet. I'm not a huge, like, sweets person, so I really have to be in the mood to, like, eat really sweet things. But that's just one of the things, because I can eat like 1 or 2 of them and that's like enough. But the 2 different chocolates, I think, is what does it for me. So really love those for a fall snack. I'm gonna have to move my cover minder because she's in my way. There we go. All right, the next one is, what's a special drill that reminds you of fall? I think that the orangey brown fairy dust drills from Diamond Art Club, they remind me. I don't know what they're called, like other companies call them. They're the ones that have like a super fine glitter coating on them. They're not an AB. An AB has a thicker glitter coating on them. I'm scared this is going to make it so bright for y'all, but I need it to be down further, the thing. Anyways, so yeah, an AB is like a thicker coating on them that will like come off. The fairy dust is a very thin coating, and the fairy dust doesn't tend to come off on your pin. Like, it doesn't come off, like, on your, like, it, I think there's actually, like, a coating over the coating. I hope that makes sense, like, to help it stay on there. What's your favorite fall or Halloween kit you completed? So, I know what these are for me. So, my first year of, I will try to remember to post, like, to put pictures up of the actual kits that I did. I'll try to find pictures of them and put them up. So, I did, my first Randall Spangler kit was for Drills and Chills. And I did, in 2023, and it was the Jack-o'-lantern time kit. And I loved that kit. I thought it was so fun. I actually am planning on taking it out and laying it flat and then framing it so that I can hang it up every year because it glows in the dark. And I just love it. It was such a fun kit to work on. It was, like I said, my first Randall Spangler, and where I fell in love with the dragonlings, I think they're called. I just love Randall Spangler, and ever since then, I've had so many Randall Spanglers that are on my wish list. The biggest drawback for me with Randall Spangler is that a lot of his kits are very large and square, but I'm getting better at square diamond paintings simply because I want to be able to do more of the really big Randall Spanglers. I just love them. Let me look at my gem store really quick and see if there were any other ones that I did. Oh, I guess I did do the Flying Friends and Expecto Patronum kits. I'll put those up here. This was like in 2023. I did those for Drills and Chills as well. I believe they were both squares. I'm checking right now. Yeah, so they were both squares. Unfortunately, my Flying Friends one, my Flying Friends one was rounds. I'm going to have to replace my Flying Friends one because it was ruined in a move, and because of where it was stored, it got molded. And so I am going to be replacing that one. I don't know that it will be on my channel just because it is an HP kit, as you can see from looking at it. And yeah, so I'm probably actually going to try to find both of them on a D-stash so that I'm not in any way contributing to the author, but I want that one back just because it was one of like the first ones I ever did. And then I already talked about my Jack-o'-lantern time. And then I did do Huggable and Nap Time. I did all of those like within the same time frame. Huggable and Nap Time, I think I bought both of them at that time on Amazon. I believe at the time that I purchased them, they were Amazon exclusives, but those are just two more Dragonling ones. Huggable was like this super cute dragonling, like putting his arms out for a hug, sitting in front of a teacup. And then my Nap Time one was this cutie dragonling sleeping in a teacup surrounded by chocolate chip cookies. One of those, I don't remember which one, but one of them I made a short with, where I put like music over the top. So that's on my YouTube channel. I think it's probably on TikTok as well. If you wanted to watch that, like I just put music over the top of it and then like sped it up so that it looked like a speed diamond painting, and I finished it, but I don't remember which one of those it was. Why is this not sticking? This canvas is not even an old canvas and it's being weird. Anyhow, so yeah, I think those are the ones that were my favorite like Halloween ones, like that were specifically Halloween or fall themed. I know a lot of people consider like other things Halloween, but I don't really have any witch kits or anything yet. But that's going to be changing. Next question is, what would be... Okay, the next question. I'm sorry, I lost the plot here. Next question. It's not wanting to scroll. There we go. Oh, because I like... Anyway. My next question is, what's What would be your dream fall Halloween, your dream fall slash Halloween kit, whether it exists already or not? So for this one, that is such an interesting a question because I don't think I've ever really thought about it. I like so many of the kits that Diamond Art Club has. So I'm trying to think of like which ones specifically. I'm actually probably gonna go look right now. Um yeah, I'm gonna go look on the Diamond Art Club app and see what I come up with because I like a lot of them, if I'm honest. Um, so probably what I'll do is just pop some up, but let me just look at my wish list and I'll just do like a couple. The one I can think of off the top of my head, I think is Mrs. Butter Mrs. Butter D. Is that what her name is? She does a lot of different like witchy kits that I really love, like that I think are just so cute. I would love to own a Mrs. Butter D um, kit. Also, Warm Witch. So this one, I don't remember who it's by. I'll pop a picture up of it. This is like a dream kit for me. This is by Ivy Dollamore. I love this one. This is like a melanated witch kit. I think this is squares. I'm double checking. No, this is rounds. Okay, so this is a round kit that's been in my. It continues to be restocked, so I'm hoping that when I do have the money to purchase it, it is in stock. I love this kit. She's got like her cat familiar, and she's drinking like a cup of something, tea or cocoa, coffee, whatever. I would guess tea since she has like a teapot next to her, and she's reading a book. That she's like got magically like suspended in front of her face. I really love artwork that has POC, specifically black characters in them. Not that there's anything wrong with white characters, there isn't. I'm literally doing an Alice painting right now that Alice is portrayed as a white woman. But I love doing paintings of like witches or whatever that are like of characters that kind of look like me, if that makes sense. She has like her natural hair out underneath her witch's hat. So I really love that one. That's one of my favorites, I think. The Persephone Queen of the Underworld. I don't remember who does this one. I'm about to look, but this is also a round diamond kit. Oh, this is Chrysabug, and I love this one, and it has like the skulls in it. I'll post again a picture up like over the screen. But it has like the skulls in it and she's holding like the pomegranate. It kind of looks like she's kind of tossing the pomegranate in her hand almost, but I love this one. This one's another one that's been on my wish list for a long time. So those are probably my top two. But I also know that like Mrs. Butter D, she does some that would be fall kits that I really like. Obviously any like Randall Spangler that is like the Dragonlings, those would work, and I love those. So yeah, I don't know. I have a lot, I think, because I do tend to gravitate toward like Halloween artwork. Halloween is my favorite season, and so, or my favorite holiday, I should say, and fall is my favorite season. So I tend to gravitate toward artwork that would fit for Drills and Chills anyways, when I'm like looking at like new releases and things like that. The next one is, what does fall look like where you live? So currently when I'm filming this, it is September 19th, I believe, September 20th. And it's crispy outside, like it was cool, like there's a bit of a breeze. It's not cold by any means. I live in Iowa, so the fall, like it's just now starting to feel like fall, which is a little strange for where I live. Usually we get a little bit more fall vibe a little bit earlier in the season, but that's fine, I guess. We haven't had we're having like some leaf changing, but not a lot. Like the leaves are still pretty green where I am at. So yeah, and it doesn't seem to be able to make up its mind as to whether it wants to be summer or fall. So we've had 90-degree days and we've had 60-degree days. It just kind of depends. Yesterday was like the first real day that I was able to wear a hoodie without feeling like I was absolutely going to die after like noon. So I have hopes that it's going to just continue to get chillier and we're going to continue to just bask in the fall vibe. But yeah, that's kind of what fall looks like currently where I am. But by the time fall truly hits, we will have things like leaves changing and falling, crisp nights and cool days, things like that. What do you like to have on while you craft, music, audiobook, etc.? So for me, it kind of depends. I do tend to listen to a lot of audiobooks when I am crafting. You can definitely tell when I'm really in a diamond painting hyperfixation. So for those who are new here, I am autistic and ADHD, and I tend to really hyperfixate on certain things and then move on to something else. So the two things I tend to hyperfixate on are cozy games and diamond painting. Diamond painting is a really easy craft for me because I also do some like iPad coloring and stuff too, but diamond painting is an easy craft for me because it doesn't really require, like, it does require you to think, okay? It requires you to use your brain. It requires you to like match up the symbols and all of that. But it doesn't require me to be fully brain on. So for me, a brain on activity would be like cross stitch or crochet, where I'm having to count and like kind of pay attention, to what I'm doing. Now, I have tried to learn how to crochet in the past, and I was able to crochet and listen to an audiobook, but I find it difficult to cross stitch and listen to an audiobook. Also, knitting, I do like to knit. I'm not good at it, but I do like to knit. And knitting is also a brain on activity for me. I can listen to an audiobook, but I also need to be paying enough attention to what I'm doing to count stitches and rows. Diamond painting is a very brain off kind of thing for me, similar to cozy gaming. The games that I choose to play when I listen to audiobooks tend to be very brain off. So I will sometimes listen, so it kind of varies. So sometimes I will listen to audiobooks. If I have an audiobook currently going, I don't always have an audiobook going. Most of my reading is done via my e-reader. So I am a 100% digital reader. I only read physical paper books if I've already read the book and I'm going back to annotate. Otherwise, I read on my iPad, or not my iPad, on my e-reader, or I listen to the books via audio. So sometimes I will listen to an audiobook, sometimes I will watch YouTube, sometimes I will watch other shows. I tend to catch up on, like the other night, Dancing with the Stars has started again, and so I watched Dancing with the Stars while I diamond painted. Sometimes I will turn on like a comfort show, like it's fall time, right? So Gilmore Girls is back to be rewatched, so I've been doing that. I will sometimes catch up on like 90 Day Fiance and things like that. But when I diamond paint, I always need something going. So some people can diamond paint like in silence. I could never. Like, I think too much for that. Like, my brain is going 1,000 miles a minute all the time. So yeah, it kind of just depends. Sometimes I do listen to music. Sometimes I will even turn music on, like on my TV, and then like sing along with it while I diamond paint. And it also kind of depends on who's around, what I'm doing. If I'm like, say I'm editing a video, sometimes I will just be editing while I diamond paint because I can listen to the video as I'm editing it to diamond paint. So it just sort of depends, but I never diamond paint in silence. I couldn't. Like, it would actually drive me absolutely insane. So it just sort of depends. Sometimes I also, diamond painting is also a time that I utilize during the daytime specifically to catch up on WIP and chats. So a lot of times I'll get up in the morning. I work from home because YouTube is my job. So I will get up in the morning and I will check my planner, see what is going on for the day, and then I usually will flip through YouTube and see if there's any WIP and chats I need to catch up on. And if there are, I usually take the first couple of hours in the morning to diamond paint and catch up on those. And then if there aren't, then I will just go ahead and start an audiobook. So yeah, I get a lot of audiobook time in while diamond painting, especially because, like I said, this YouTube channel is my job. So I have to read in order to record things. And because of that, I tend to diamond paint while I do so. Okay, I'm sorry if the audio quality of this changed, but my microphone was about to die, so I had to plug it in. So let's do the next question, which is, what scent, oh no, do you have any seasonal diamond painting accessories you love? So let's actually look through those really quick. I'm going to show them to you really fast while we're sitting here. So I have these two patty waxes. I am too hard of a placer to use these, but sometimes I will set them out for the scent. So this one is Polyjuice Potion scented, and this one is Butterbeer. Both of them make me think of fall. I bought them a few years ago. I also, when I do use, what are these called? When I do use my papers, what are they called? I don't know. Release papers. I have this Drills and Chills 2023 release paper that I like to use in fall, and then I also have in two different sizes. I have this, so I have this bigger size and this smaller size. These Reading Dragons. I will use these ones all year, but I do also like to use them in fall. And then these pens that I bought last year from a small business. These pens are from Enablers Outpost. Where is my other one? Here it is. Okay, these pens are all from Enablers Outpost. These all remind me of fall because they are the like magic school pens. So you get one in each color, and then you have like the Deathly Hallows symbol on the inside. So those are those. And then I do have these. So these were both fall scents from Snap Dots, and I love these scents. And then the other fall scent that I have is in a putty, and that was the Vanilla Spice from Randa's Crafty Corner. She had this in a putty. I also have it in a hard wax. Yeah, I have it in the hard and sticky wax as well, and I have it in the regular, like, original wax formula. But again, I'm honestly, this one smells so good. This one is also Vanilla Spice. I'm actually gonna set that out so I can smell it because that smells so good. Anyway, I don't prefer wax personally. I have to use only the like original pen tips, like the ones that come, I don't even know what I have. Here we go. Like one of these in order to use wax. I have to use one of these like very standard ones, which I have a whole pack of these, but they're not my favorite tips to use, if I'm honest. And so, yeah, I prefer these metal placers here, and these work best with my Snap Dots. So, yeah, those are my accessories that I like to use, but I will say that I would love to purchase more accessories for diamond painting. I also love to use, obviously, this tray, but I will say that I would love to purchase more accessories that are specifically for certain holidays, specifically like Halloween, Christmas, things like that, just so I can kind of switch it up throughout the year. Also, this is very Halloween to me, this pen, because I did go as Harley Quinn, I think 2 years in a row. 1 year Ari dressed up with me, and then the other year I dressed up as Harley by myself. Maybe 3 years I've done so far. So, okay, the next question is, we only have a couple more questions. So, what scent makes you think of fall Halloween? So, I kind of went over this already, like, with my dots and stuff. So, the s'mores dots from, Snap Dots, they definitely make me think of fall, because I think she only brings them out in the fall. I bought them in the fall, so I'm thinking she only brings them out in the fall. And then also the Vanilla Spice is a very fall scent. Also, Bath and Body Works has a candle that is Marshmallow Fireside. It's my favorite candle ever. And, I would love, if anyone knows of a non-toxic version of that candle that smells like the same, but is not Bath & Body Works, because Bath & Body Works is not non-toxic, I would love to know. But those are my favorite, like, fall scents, for sure. And I actually do like the scent of pumpkin and pumpkin spice. I just don't like, say, like a pumpkin spice latte, because I actually do like pumpkin pie. So, yeah, I just don't like pumpkin spice, like, as a flavoring, I guess, if that makes sense. So, there's that. Do you put up seasonal decor? So, yeah, yes and no. So, I'm sorry, because I'm sure that now that I don't have my microphone plugged in, you can hear the traffic behind me, like, because my house, there's a highway behind my house, so I'm sorry about that. But yes and no. So I do, in my room, I have some decor. I actually just got a cup yesterday that is, like, has little ghosties on it. So I will put up some stuff in my room, but because I share a house, okay, I live with my dad and 2 of my brothers, I do not, like, decorate the whole house. We do, like, Halloween-y stuff, Ari and I, but for the most part, it's confined to our room. So I will be getting some fall and Halloween decor that I will put, like, on my bookshelves, just so that it feels Halloween-y in our room, like, for us. But I don't currently do the whole house. One day when we have our own house, then I will definitely be doing that, because I just love the thought of it. And also, like, while Halloween is really only for, like, I would only really decorate, I think, for Halloween in the month of October, I feel like fall and, like, spookiness itself can kind of transcend throughout the whole year. So fall is obviously its own season, but I feel like you can be spooky all year. Like, it's not, I don't feel like spookiness is confined to only, oh, I missed some Y's. I don't feel like fall is only confined, or spookiness is only confined to, like, October, or September and October. Plus, like, fall for me goes all the way to November. I absolutely will not start decorating for Christmas until well after my birthday, and my birthday is in November. Any crafty companions, cats, dogs, etc. So we do not currently have any pets. Sometimes Ari will hang out with me while I craft. But otherwise, it's just crafting for me diamond painting specifically is a very solo activity. I use my crafting time as a time to decompress, to kind of sit with myself, to not have to be mom or anything else to anyone. So crafting is a very solo thing for me. I think if I had like a pet, that they would probably like join me for it, but crafting, like reading, is a very solo thing. If I had a pet, maybe, but for the most part, I craft on my own. Do you have any fall traditions? So obviously we dress up for Halloween. Ari and I tend to start thinking of Halloween costumes in September. The reasoning being that I have very limited places where I live to purchase Halloween costumes and decor and things like that. I live in a very small area, and so I don't have a ton of stores to pick from. So once the like Walmart and stuff like that starts putting out, and the couple of like local grocery stores that we have start putting out their fall decorations, then I start, and like costumes and stuff, then I start looking and seeing like kind of what we have to go on. That usually happens in September. It was just announced, I just saw an announcement yesterday that we are getting like an actual Halloween store in town, which is so cool, because in all the time that I've lived here, I do not remember there being like a dedicated Halloween store. Like you had to go to the next town over for like a dedicated Halloween store. So that's super exciting, and I think we're gonna go check it out and see what they have in there, just to see like what it is, what they have, all of that, and see if it's worth it. But yeah, so fall tradition. We watch Gilmore Girls every year in the fall. I start my rewatch in the fall. It usually ends around Christmas time, because I only watch like a couple of episodes. Usually I try to watch like a couple episodes a day. Dancing with the Stars also usually premieres a new season in the fall, and so we watch that. Otherwise, I don't know that we really have fall traditions. I guess like Drills and Chills for me at this point is a fall tradition. I've been doing it for 2 years, so Drills and Chills I guess is like a fall tradition for me, because I know like, oh, in September, like come September 1st, like it's Drills and Chills. But like last year, like I said, I didn't go for any grand prizes, I don't think. I did in 2023. I did go for grand prize in 2023, because you have to have a new start, and you have to have a finish, like to go for the grand prize. But there's no like size requirement really. I know if you're doing mini kits, that you have to do like a whole set of them for it to count. But like there's no, like the first year that I did it, I did a bunch of smaller kits, because I was really new to diamond painting, and so I wasn't doing huge kits. This one is the biggest Drills and Chills canvas that I have done, and it is I don't even know what size this is. Hold on, let me check. This one is a 56 centimeter by 71 centimeter, or a 22 by 28 inch. So not quite poster size, and not like the biggest canvas I've ever done. I am going to move you guys over a little bit, because we still have about 20 minutes, and I think we have another question. And then also, this is a newer DAC kit, Diamond Art Club kit, so sorry about that, but it has the perforated cover sheet, and I truthfully love the perforated cover sheet. I know not everyone is partial to it, but I actually really like it. And I know that now like all of them have the perforated, like if they're a newer kit, they all of them from I think the end of 2024 on had the perforated cover sheet. They were kind of, this was one of the first kits that got the perforated cover sheet, and I know they were sort of experimenting with it at the time that this kit came out, because I actually didn't know if if this one would have the perforated sheet or not, and then I opened it up at the beginning of the year and it did, and so it is like a thicker sheet. All right, I'm going to kind of try and move y'all over. There we go, so that you can see the part of the canvas. I can't really move the canvas on my table, but I can move you. So that's what we're gonna do here, is kind of move y'all over so that you can see what I'm doing. Okay, let me see. Can I maybe tilt y'all up and then zoom you in? Because I'm gonna be working like at the bottom. I don't know where the top of this. Okay, I'm trying to just get like all of this into the frame. And I don't know that that's going to happen, but I'm trying, friends. I'm trying. Okay, I think that is kind of as good as we're going to get. So hopefully you can see everything I'm doing. If I kind of go off of the, camera, like out of the lens, I apologize. It'll be up here that I do that, not probably down here. I think you can see the bottom fine. Okay, wow, let me think. Was that the last question? Yeah, that was the last question for that, was do you have any fall traditions? So, thank you to Katie from Diamonds and Washi for this tag. It was super fun. I'm going to tag her down below, but we only have a little longer. We have about 20 minutes left, so we're going to go ahead and do my currently reading, watching, listening to. Last week, if you didn't watch last week's WIP and Chat and you want like a life updatey kind of thing, that's what I did for last week, was I did like a big life update. So if you want that kind of content, that will be there. But we will go over the books that I'm currently reading. We'll start with that. I'm going to pull up my story graph so I can make sure that I tell you the correct books, because knowing me, I won't remember. And then I'll tell you that I'm reading something that I haven't actually started. So I believe I have 3 books. Yeah. So I currently have 3 books on the docket right now, because I finished a bunch of books last week, or this last week, and so I don't have a ton to talk about. So I'm still working on Pucking Strong. I am 75% into that. I'm absolutely still Live, Laugh, Loving that book. For anyone who's new here, Pucking Strong is the 4th full-length novel in the Jacksonville Rays series, which is my all-time favorite hockey romance series. I need you to be aware of checking triggers, and also aware that it is extremely spicy. And it is LGBTQIA+, so there is male-male romance. This one specifically is our first male-male romance, but in the other books, there are male-male romances, female, I don't think we get any female romances yet, but there's gayness, okay? So I need you to be aware of that if that's not something that you want to read. Yeah, and even if it is something you want to read, but you're not like a huge spice person, I would also skip this, because I don't know that it would be possible for you to skip sex scenes. I guess I've never sat down and tried to do that, but once spice in these books happen, even in like Pucking Strong, where it is a slow burn, like I'm currently on like a 5 or 6 page spice scene, to be honest with you. I read quite a few pages last night, and I'm still like in the middle of a spice scene. So just be aware of that. But yes, I'm still reading that, and I'm absolutely loving it. I'm really savoring these characters. I only have 2 hours left of this book, and I need to just finish it. But I also don't want it to end. I'm kind of afraid of the book hangover that I will have once it is over. I also have started Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. I'm not very far into this one, only about 5%, but I think this is going to be another hit for me when it comes to Emily Henry. I'm reading that specifically for a Libby vlog, but I am talking about it in my Vlogoween vlogs as well. I only have it for a few more days, so will I finish it before the loan goes back. I don't know. If I don't, it will go back on hold, just like the Frederick Bachman book did. I did start My Friends this week, so we will talk about that really quick, because that's also for my Libby vlog, but it ended up going back before I could finish it, which is fine. I'm not cheating the system of Libby for this vlog. This is a realistic, like, reading down Libby books vlog, so if I'm not finishing the books in time, it is what it is. I'm just trying to get things out of my Libby. So anything that I don't finish will just, and I still want to like read it, like it's not a DNF, it will just become a paused book until I get it back from Libby. And I did make it like almost 30%. I think 26% into My Friends, and I will be finishing that. Like as soon as it comes back from Libby, I will be finishing it. So there's that. And then the other one I have is The Air. I have that one checked out as an audiobook from Libby. I can't tell you what the vlog is for because it's a secret vlog, but I am going to be reading The Air. This is the second book in the billionaire, what is it? Oh god, the something billionaire. Biotech? Yeah, the Biotech Billionaire series. I read The Spare earlier in the year, and I liked it. I believe I gave it 4.5 stars. It was not, like, it wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. I don't know. Something about the couple, I think. And the main female character felt a little bit whiny to me, but in the past, series like this have always, it'll be like the first book, I will only give like a 3 or like between like a 3 and a 4.5. And then every subsequent book after that, I will love. This happened with the, Dreamland Billionaire series by Lauren Asher. It happened with the Lila Sage series, like what was that, Rebel Blue Ranch, like it happened there too. So sometimes with these like interconnected standalone series, I just don't get my footing, usually a lot of times with the first book, but the first book always gives you a lot of like valuable information. So yeah, as far as those are the books that I'm currently reading. As far as watching, I'm just doing a lot of WIP and chat stuff. I love watching everyone's Drills and Chills stuff. This will be labeled as Drills and Chills because I'm working on a Drills and Chills painting. Yeah, so it's just been a lot of like Drills and Chills content, diamond painting content, reading content. I've kind of fallen off of my cozy gaming content, but I actually need to go back and watch some of the reviews of the new Sims 4 expansions, because I am going to be getting back into Sims 4. I love Sims 4. If anyone is wondering, because I got this question in a video a while back when I was talking about like cozy games. The Sims base game is free. Like you can go onto like EA Games or Steam or wherever, and you can download, well maybe not Steam, I don't know, but you can go on like EA Games, that's where I downloaded it from, and you can download the base game for free. It's the expansions that cost you money. Now you can do a lot with the base game, so like if you've never played The Sims and you're just wanting to try it out, I would go ahead and do it that way. Like I would go ahead and do the base game and see if it's something that you actually want to play. I've been playing The Sims since it was on like Xbox 360. Like I started on PC and then I started playing on Xbox 360. So like I love The Sims. It's always a game. It's a game that I sort of like will leave and then come back to. So yeah, I love The Sims 4, but they just got some new expansion packs. And so I need to go check those out and figure out what things I want to wishlist. Because like I said, I'm going to start playing The Sims again. I'm going to update my computer and start playing again. And for those that have Mac computers and don't want to buy like a PC or a new computer, The Sims does run fine on Mac. You just need to have a good enough Mac to do it, I guess. Like, mine is old, so it doesn't run The Sims as well, but when I first got it, it ran The Sims just fine, because I started playing Sims 4 on my, like, on the current Mac laptop that I have, and it was fine. So I just want you to know that it is fine to play. It's just that my Mac is old, and so it doesn't love to run it if other things are running. So I'm gonna update my Mac in like the next year, and then we're gonna get back into Sims 4. So as far as cozy games, I'm still playing Wildflowers. Of course, that is like my favorite cozy game. And then I'm also still playing Tiny Bookshop. There are a couple of other games that I would like to purchase and play, but yeah, we're still playing those and still loving them. I'm also still playing like Good Pizza, Great Pizza. I play and Good Coffee, Great Coffee. I play both of those on my iPad, and I am able to play those for free through Apple Arcade. So if you are wanting to, I know there's like a free version of both of those games, but if you're wanting to play like the full version of them, and you also want to play some other games, because I have some other games that you can get on Switch. Hello Kitty Island Adventure is one, Wildflowers is one. I actually started playing Wildflowers on my iPad, as I also started playing Hello Kitty Island Adventures on my iPad. I actually never have bought Hello Kitty Island Adventure on the Switch. I've been told that it's not necessarily worth the price tag if I'm already playing it on my iPad. So I also play like Disney Dreamlight Valley. I have both on my iPad and on my Switch, because when I bought it on the Switch, and that was years before I had Apple Arcade. But I do like Apple Arcade if you are an Apple user. There are a lot of games that you can get through Apple Arcade that you would have to pay for if you were doing it through like another console, and I think I pay $50 for the entire year, so I don't have to pay for Apple Arcade again until like next March. And for me, it's been really worth it. I've definitely gotten $50 worth of usage out of my Apple Arcade subscription. Yeah, and the other bonus to Apple Arcade is that there are no in-app purchases if the game is available through Apple Arcade. That's just part of what developers have told Apple. So if it's developed by someone other than Apple, you don't have any in-app purchases, which is why a lot of them will say like plus after them. So like Baltro, you can play Baltro. It's a card game. It's like I think it's solitaire meets poker or something. I have that downloaded and I'm going to play it, but you have to pay for it if you get it on the Switch. So I went to look and see if it was on Apple Arcade so that at least I could try it. That doesn't mean that I will never buy it on the Switch, but I tend to try games out on my iPad first because I can use a controller on my iPad. And it says plus on it because you get all of, like, basically all the features. You can just play to earn them as opposed to buying extra, like, expansions and stuff like that, like you would on a Switch or on your PC. Let me think. So we've done reading, we've done watching, we've done playing, listening to. My listening never changes, y'all. My listening doesn't change. I am doing my yearly re-listen of the Full Body Chills podcast because we're supposed to be getting new episodes starting October 1st. So this is just a spooky podcast. It's like scary stories. And I absolutely love this podcast, but I basically will listen to the past seasons again before the new season drops. Just because it's fun. I will say they are scary. So if you are not like a horror person, I would maybe skip this, because like, I will listen to them sometimes at nighttime while I'm diamond painting when everyone's sleeping, and I will have to, like, watch a YouTube video or something before I can, like, leave my room to go shower. So, like, they are kind of spooky. Like, it's a spooky podcast. So, like, they are meant to, in fact, give you full body chills and to kind of scare you a little bit. So keep that in mind. But I really do like that podcast. I've also been listening to Here for the Clout, which is Chelsea Suarez and Sherilyn Dale. I love that podcast. The Elizabeth podcast that they do is currently on hiatus, but I did go back and re-listen to the episodes just because I can. Hustle Sanely podcast is a podcast that I listen to every single week. I've been re-listening to them and taking notes as part of my morning routine. So, like, I do my Bible study and then I listen to an episode of Hustle Sanely. So I'm not caught back up to, like, present day because I'm still listening to old episodes and taking notes on them. But that's been really good. I love the Hustle Sanely podcast. Jess gives so much good content on the podcast for absolutely free. I think those are really the only podcasts I've been listening to, because a lot of the YouTubers that I watch also have audio versions of their YouTube videos. So, like, a lot of times I will opt to listen to the audio version if I'm, like, going to sleep. But then I'll still go back on YouTube and, like, watch the actual video, because since it started as a YouTube video, they don't have, like, podcasts that are separate, right? It's basically them pulling the audio from their YouTube video and making it a podcast, not the other way around. So you will a lot of times get some extra stuff if you watch the video. Like, you'll get maps or pictures or whatever. And so sometimes I will pull them back up on my YouTube and watch them that way. Alright, but that is really all the time we have. My timer is saying we only have about 3.5 minutes, so I think that's where I'm going to leave y'all for this week. Thank you again to Katie from Diamonds and Washi for the fun tag. I really did enjoy doing that. If you have a YouTube channel and you would like to do the tag as well, or if you don't have one and you just want to answer the tag questions down below, please feel free. Otherwise, you can go ahead and leave our secret handshake, which, if you're new here, is any color heart or a pink bow emoji down below, so that I know that you are here for the duration of the video and you watched me diamond paint and you listened to me yammer on for an hour. I really do love making these, so if there's anything that you would like to see, like maybe for me to talk about or to go over or anything like that, in these WIP chats, you can leave that down below as well, and I will read I read every comment, so I will take into consideration any suggestions y'all give. I am sorry if the audio for this video switched in the middle because I had to unplug my microphone, but hopefully it's not too jarring. But that is really all that I have for y'all today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you are having so much fun with your own WIPs at this point, whatever you're working on, whether it's diamond painting or cross stitch or whatever. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will see y'all very soon somewhere else on the internet. Bye!